Welcome to the December edition of Tiger Time News. I'm Allison Rowland.
And I'm Kinley Young. Let's get started.
Right after Thanksgiving break, BCHS got a new assistant principal. Alana Sane has more to say.
BCHS welcomes a familiar face into their halls as the new assistant principal. Hello, Mr. Deathrow. What brought you to Bolivar Central High?
Well, first of all, thank you guys for interviewing me today, and I feel like I made it. When you sit with the media team, they said that you must be special. But I'm glad to be here. What brought me to Bolivar Central High? I'll be honest, one evening, Dr. Christy Smith, the superintendent director of schools, called me and she said, "I need you to go to Bolivar Central High School." And I said, "Oh, well, why not?" And so I'm here. I will say this, I think it was time for a change. And I talk about comfort zones a lot. Sometimes there are many blessings outside of your comfort zone, but you will never be able to experience those blessings if you're not willing to step outside your comfort zone. And that brought me to Bolivar Central High School. I think it was, some people might call it fate, but I think it was in God's plan, if I can say that. I graduated from Bolivar Central High School in 1996, the class of 96, one of the best classes to ever come through Central High School. And now I'm here as an administrator. So I'm happy to be here, and I look forward to my time here at Bolivar Central High School.
Have becoming the assistant principal at Bolivar Central High.
What goals do I have? Well, I have a saying that you guys will probably hear me say a lot. Be great. Be great today. That's about my only goal. I want to encourage every student to be great, realize their full potential, whatever that means to each student. Be great, whatever you aspire to be in life. I just want you to be great. You can be a YouTuber, a plumber, a doctor, whatever. Just be great. That's my goal, to encourage each student to be great. And at this age group, we make a lot of mistakes. We make a lot of bad decisions. So my goal is to encourage our students to learn from their bad decisions and mistakes. Now, I believe there's a difference between bad decisions and mistakes. Mistakes is something I accidentally do. A bad decision is something that I know it is something that I shouldn't be doing, but I still decide to do it anyway. But my thing is, we all do it. I make bad decisions all the time. I make mistakes all the time. But the thing is, we just got to learn from our bad decisions and our mistakes and move on from that. And that's my goal, to encourage each student not only to be great, but to learn from their bad decisions, to learn from their bad mistakes. I just want to be a positive influence, make a positive impact on every student, no matter what the race is, no matter what their socioeconomic status may be, no matter what their religion is. My goal is to just be a positive influence and make a positive impact in the lives of young people.
Describe your transition from working with elementary school kids versus high school kids.
Oh, that's a great question. I have to start off by saying emotional. I've been at Bolivar Elementary for 23 years, and so it was hard to leave my students and the teachers there. So I will say it was emotional, so I have mixed emotions. So it was emotional, but at the same time, I was also excited, excited to be here. So the transition, I would say, was also or has also been smooth. The administrators here, let's see, Mr. Crocker, Mr. Stack, Miss Woods, Miss Duncan, Mr. Duncan rather, has made it so easy. Also, the staff here has made it easy for me to make this transition. And the biggest thing I was looking forward to is being reunited with some of my former students that came through Bolivar Elementary School. So all of those things made it a little bit easier. It made the transition smooth. And believe it or not, there are still 3 teachers here. I got to give them a shout out that was here when I was in high school. And that's Ms. Hodge, Ms. McKinney, and Ms. Breenan. They are still hanging in here. And all of those things made it a little easier to make that transition here.
Thank you. Welcome, Mr. Shobet Defro, to Bolivar Central High School.
PBIS held its Christmas Spirit Week last week. Here's more.
As the holidays draw near, BCHS celebrates Christmas by having a PBIS party for the students who had perfect attendance.
We spoke with Ms. Davis for more information.
Compared to last year's PBIS celebration, how did the team plan to make this year different?
Well, we had such a success last year that we kept lots of things the same, but we decided this year to do a hot cocoa bar for teachers, and we also prepared for students Grinch Punch and Santa Punch.
What were the qualifications for attending the PBIS Christmas party?
Students to earn a PBIS pass for any PBIS celebration have to have 0 unexcused absences as well as no office referrals.
What activities took place during last week's event?
We had several days of merry dress-up days that teachers also participated in, and we also ended the week with a PBIS celebration in the cafeteria during 6th and 7th period, cookies and cocoa and karaoke.
Thank you, Ms. Davis.
We hope everyone who attended had a wonderful time.
Happy holidays. Back to you.
Before Thanksgiving, Beta Club went to the state convention. Here's what they did.
Bolivar Central recently traveled to Nashville, Tennessee for the Beta Club convention. We spoke to select students on their experience and achievements. You competed in the biomedical division in Beta Club. What made you decide this competition?
I have always loved to study the human body, and it has always been an interest towards me.
Thank you. Amy, you ran for state secretary at the Beta Convention. What skills did you learn from your campaign?
Although the whole campaign didn't go the way we had hoped, the hard work and determination I developed throughout the whole process will be skills I will be able to carry out through my entire life.
Thank you.
About how long did it take the team to prepare for the presentation at the Beta Convention?
It took us about 2 weeks of preparation, but then we ended up not getting to use our idea because they gave us a challenge that we did not have in our build, but we redid it and it was fine. So.
Okay, and speaking for the team, how do you feel about winning 3rd place at the championship this year?
Well, from last year, them being disqualified, to this year, us getting 3rd place, I'd say we were all rather excited.
All right, thank you. And that wraps up our Beta Club convention. Congratulations to our students and sponsors, and thank you for your commitment.
Fall sports have finished with some players receiving postseason recognition. Here are Lily Pulse and Carson Howe with the fall sports wrap-up.
As the 2023 fall sports ended in October, Carson Howe and I spoke to the fall sport coaches, and this is what they said.
Coach Williams, who all got postseason awards for football?
We had quarterback Carson Howe, who was quarterback of the year for the region. We had Jamarian Gibson, Kewan Fintrist, Zach Bruce, Trayon Rivers, and Denias Woods.
Coach Emerson, who all got postseason awards for volleyball?
Lily, the all-district team was Charlie Kate Morris, Easton O'Neill, and Amaya Rhodes. For the all-tournament team, the honors went to Lydia Sane and Hannah King.
Thank you. Coach Stack, how do you feel about Carson's performance at state?
Well, I think it was a great performance considering it was the best performance in school history, him finishing second place in the state tournament. So, fantastic job by Carson.
Thank you. Congratulations to our 2023 fall sports. You guys have done an exceptional job this year, and we cannot wait to see the great things you do next year.
Basketball season has begun. I spoke to the coaches about the season and their outlooks. The Tiger basketball teams have already started their 2023-2024 season. I talked to Coach Parker and Coach Crisp, and here's what they had to say. With Nevaeh being your only senior, what do you expect out of her this year?
Leadership. She's one of our team captains. Just improving on her game. She has the ability to get to the basket, so she's working more on her outside shot, her 3-point.
From the end of last season to the beginning of this season, who has shown the most improvement?
We had a huge group of freshmen, so a lot of them are showing improvement. I start with Sharaven and KK, which is Michaela. They started as freshmen, and they're improving on their game. Jasmine Sullivan, Lanai, Sheffield have come along defensively. Gosh, there's a ton that could get playing time. Just need to make Jordan more aggressive. Yeah, that's it.
What have you seen so far that the team needs to improve on?
Shooting. We need to learn to score. We've been doing a lot of form shots, different drill shooting, correcting the way they're shooting the ball. Some of them have their palm over the ball. Some of them have their elbow out, so we've been correcting that. But defensively, I think we're great. But as far as scoring, that's what trouble we're having right now.
Thank you. Kylan McNeil suffered an injury in the middle of last year's season. What does it mean to have him back?
It means the world to this basketball program to have Kylan back. Awesome kid, great student in the classroom, and a great ball player. And to have him back with leadership and to run our team is a great, great positive to have him back.
Who has the most improvement from last year's team?
Most improvement from last year, I would say Cameron Thompson. Cameron Thompson had a great summer. Came in and worked hard, listened to everything the coaches had to say, and it's showing now. He's getting more playing time, and helped us get a big victory last night against South Gibson.
How are you changing practice and game preparation compared to last year's tactics?
This year I'm doing a lot more shooting, doing practice than I did last year, more defensive drills, because, got to put the ball in the hole, score points, and we got to stop people. We're small. Been small for 3 years now, so defense is real key. So more shooting and defensive drills in practice.
What are some of the struggles you are seeing within your players that need to be worked on?
Just little things like on defense, staying down on defense, help side. Most of the things communicating. They so loud in the hallways, and they get in the gym want to get quiet. So that's the thing, that's communicating and those small things on defense.
Thank you.
The BCHS Music Department held their Christmas production titled Girls Trip. We spoke with Mr. Griggs about this event.
The band had their performance on December the 7th and December the 9th, Girls Trip, and here's what Mr. Griggs had to say about their performance.
With the success of Girls Trip, can we look forward to more projects like this in the future?
Absolutely. We are actually getting ready to try to do a Black History Month play in February. We have not set a date, and we have not really started working on it, but I'm in the process of writing and producing that one as well.
How did you come up with Girls Trip?
Well, Girls Trip is kind of funny. So when I came and got the job, I started watching the Color Guard members, and I started watching the whole entire band as entirety. And you can kind of see who's the clique where, who talks about gaming, who talks about nails, who talks about hair. And the girls kind of had like this, I don't know, they just seemed to get along so well. So I just imagined what it would be like for them to go on some type of girls trip. And so that's how it came about. It all came about just from watching how they interact with each other and who knows what and who, does this in their societal group. So, yeah.
How did the band prepare for their performance?
So we started all of this the first day of October because we have marching season to prepare for first, so football and basketball, some different things like that. But October, I told them that we're doing this production, we're doing this play, and we'll start working on music right at the beginning of October. The Color Guard girls stayed over every Monday. All the other band members stayed over on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and that's what we've been doing thus far up until the play.
Thank you.
That's all for this edition. We will be back in the new year.
Everyone have a safe and enjoyable break, and as always, go Tigers!